So a couple months ago I picked up this old audio mixer from Craigslist for only $40. Apart from some cracked switch tops, scratchy pots, and just an overall dirty exterior, this thing seems to be in pretty great shape. When I picked it up, the guy had it in his garage for presumably many years. So I was expecting a bit of work to go into this thing to get it to run smoothly. I can't really find much history on this particular mixer, or even when it was made for that matter, but what I have found, it looks to be pretty rare, with only a handful of them produced and only one other photo from an online auction as proof that they even existed at all. If I were to guess though, this mixer was made sometime during the mid to late 70s or early 80s, as this was the same color scheme used in most of Acoustic's other gears from the time. But I don't know for sure, since there's not much information available, but I'd like to document my process of cleaning and restoring the Acoustic 860 audio mixer, as hopefully this video will help anybody else who might eventually run into one of these rare pieces of gear. So the first thing I started doing was taking out all the screws that hold the main chassis to the side panels. Like I said before, this thing has been sitting for a while, so the chassis was pretty stuck to the toe legs and took some real manhandling to pry apart. But I eventually got it open, and I wanted to have a good look inside, checking for any leaky caps, corrosion, and definitely bug infestations. But I was really surprised, because despite being at least a few decades old and sitting in a dirty garage for who knows how long, it was actually super clean and everything looked good. But as with most audio gear that's been sitting for a long time, when I turned it on and tested it, I did notice that pretty much every single pot was a little scratchy, if not really scratchy, so my next step in making this mixer perform like it used to was to fix this. Everybody does this a little different, but I just went in with some lubricating contact cleaner and sprayed it into the back of each pot, and then rotated them back and forth until they felt smooth. After that, I pretty much just went back in with some paper towel and cleaned up any small amounts of overspray that I might have had, just so it doesn't run down on other components when I flip the mixer back over. But now with the internals all situated, I put the chassis screws back in and got right down to business scrubbing off all the built up dirt and grime on this thing, because it is dirty. As you can see, I started by taking off all the knobs, switch caps, and slider tips. They all came off pretty easy for the most part, with only a few that kind of gave me trouble. We'll just set these aside, come back to them later. To clean the outside, I'm just using some paper towel soaked in isopropyl alcohol. Over my many years of experience in electronics repair, I've just seen a lot of nasty game consoles and audio gear and lots of other stuff. And this is always my favorite way to clean them. This video isn't sponsored by isopropyl alcohol though. I wish it was, but no, it's just a great cleaner. I'm kind of a germaphobe, so it sterilizes everything, and also it's safe for anything electronic, so it just works. Most of the dirt on this mixer is pretty much just like dust buildup and stuff. It did require some elbow grease on a few parts that had like some duct tape residue, which is always the worst to try to clean off. But after a few painstaking minutes of scrubbing at it, my arm definitely hurt, but it started to come off, so I was happy. But after that, I started cleaning up around the back of the mixer, got off some more tape residue, took out the fuses and cleaned around them with some cotton swabs, wiped down some more Tolex, and then came my absolute favorite and the most disgusting part most people seem to forget about, which is cleaning the power cord. And while I clean this, I would just like to say, if you're still around watching this video, first of all, thank you. And second of all, if you're not already subscribed, you should do that and support my channel. And also click the bell icon just so you know when I upload my next video, which is pretty rare right now. But hopefully in the future, I'll have some more videos coming out, because I have lots of projects on the way. But anyway, just look at how nasty this paper towel looks after doing this. Isn't that, like, you guys gotta start cleaning your power cords. This is nasty. So moving on, remember when I said that we were saving the knobs and buttons for later? Well, it's time for that now. For this, I just use an old toothbrush and some regular soapy water. Nothing special, but it makes a huge difference. The grooves on the knobs hold in a ton of dust, dirt, dead skin, and who knows what else, but now that we have some happy little squeaky clean knobs, it would usually be time to put them back on. But I accidentally forgot to press record when I started doing this, so that process will be left up to the imagination. Another thing that I forgot to show was when I fixed these cracked switch tips, but I just did that with some thin plastic and super glue and then sanded them flat again. I'll most likely repaint them sometime, but I'm just leaving them as is for now since I'll be keeping this mixer for myself anyway. And after all that hard work, blood, sweat, tears, you name it, here is the final reveal. It looks way better than when it started, but most importantly, it works way better than when it started. I didn't bother fixing any of the paint chips or scratches though, as I feel that it gives this thing some history, and I really like that about it. The built-in spring reverb sounds great, the pots are now scratch-free, and this is the perfect little addition to my recording rig. But anyway, if you're still around watching this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to my channel, turn on the bell for notifications, and finally, leave a comment below and let me know what you want to see more of. I know that in the past, and especially recently, there's been some things going on where I can't really upload regularly, but now I actually do have a lot more free time, so let me know exactly what you want to see. I can do more restorations. I have 2 or 3 guitar builds coming out, but yeah, so just let me know. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.